Hey, hi, hey, hello. Welcome to Kristen Draws, where I, Kristen, draw. It's been a minute. It's been a little while. I took quite a significant break. If you maybe hadn't noticed, I don't know. I don't like to assume that people are following me closely with all of their attention because that feels a little bit egotistical, but anyway, I took a break. I went to Italy, which is something that my partner and I do every year as he is from there, and it's always a great time to pause, set down creativity, set down the pencils and the brushes, and just kind of focus on life and taking a break in general from everything from everyday life, schedules, routine, and just kind of get out of my literal apartment and my country and put myself in another place that I don't speak the language, and every time it just really rejuvenates me and revises kind of my outlooks on life, right? Italians and Sicilians, they have a different way to live, and I find it really refreshing to slow down and just focus on living, and living slower than in general what we do in the States. So anyway, that's my lengthy introduction. Let's get into it. Let's draw, because this is Kristen Draws, so time to draw. So usually in my vlogs, I recap an art book that I'm reading and try to pull out lessons and things that I think could be helpful for you guys to hear about. But this time I thought we could do something a bit different, and I could tell you a little bit of a story. So here goes. Okay, so story time. The first time I went into a cafe in Sicily, in Mazzara del Vallo, which is the town in which we spend most of our time. And I went alone, which is always an experience. If you've ever spent any time in a foreign country where you don't really speak the language, you know that doing anything by yourself is kind of frightening and a little nerve-wracking, and you're always afraid that you're going to sound like a complete idiot. So I'm in this cafe in Sicily by myself. I wanted to order a cappuccino, so I go up to the counter. Ho detto, I said, posso avere un cappuccino, per favore? And the barman says, cappuccio, un cappuccio, sì. Me, I return a confused look and confusedly respond, sì? In more of a question than an answer. And he repeats, cappuccio. I said, sì. Not really knowing if I've successfully ordered a cappuccino. And I sit down, I wait for the mystery drink to arrive. And in fact, a cappuccino arrives. Cappuccio is just shorthand for cappuccino, as maybe you and the rest of the world obviously knows. And that thing that I feared of feeling like a total idiot, alas, came true. Because any simpleton should be able to deduce that cappuccio is just a shortened, a diminutive version of cappuccino, right? Now, this may seem like a dumb story, but my point is, when you're foreign to a place, you're unaware of the lingo. You don't know the shortcuts because maybe you don't even know the proper way to say something, or you're just not familiar enough. You haven't spent enough time there to know what is the slang and what are the colloquial ways of saying something. Essentially, we don't know what we don't know, right? So just as you can't go to a new place and expect to know all the little things there are to know, you also can't enter a new hobby or start a new passion or enter a new industry and expect to understand all the shortcuts and shorthands and all those little things that make a drawing appealing to you. And it takes time. You have to sit with things, and you also have to try new things, right? You have to go to the cafe, to the metaphorical cafe alone, and venture into that uncomfortable space. So what are some ways you can do this in your creative practice? So I think this can look like trying out new materials that you might be afraid to try. I think it can also be revisiting a medium that you maybe previously had a bad impression of. Maybe you tried something in the past, you didn't really like it, and you set it down for a while and you decide to pick it up again. And you find actually that it surprises you how much you now enjoy using that thing when in the past you were maybe afraid or intimidated by it. And the medium you're watching me use right now is just that. I bought these pastel pencils a year or two ago, and I thought that they were so messy and that you just wouldn't be able to control them. And fast forward a year or two, and now I love them. I love the mess, I love the effect that they give, and they really inspire me to try new things. Because that's what we have to do as artists, right? So to wrap this up, here are the sketches you've been watching me make. They are the first 7 days of the Peachtober drawing challenge hosted by Furry Little Peach. And I hope you've enjoyed this video of encouragement to just keep going, try new things, venture out of your comfort zone, because that's what I'm going to be doing for this drawing challenge. And stay tuned. Yeah, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.